Hi everybody, good to see you again. Today's going to be our first home lesson and we're going to be looking at fitness testing. And today I have 4 different types of fitness tests that I'd like to do with you. And the first fitness test that we're going to do is called the 15-meter beep test. And it's a really easy one and it targets and measures our ability to complete cardiovascular exercise. So exercise that makes you want to run. Okay, exercise that makes your heart want to beat really hard. So what we need to do first is we need to create a 15-meter track, and you can use anything in your yard to help you make that track. So over here I have some old pot plants and they can be like my cones or my markers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one end of my yard, or if you don't have a yard, with mum and dad's permission you can go down to the park or to the footpath. So I'm going to go to one end, so we put our first marker down, and now we need to step out 15 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We put our other marker down, whatever it might be, and now we have our 15-meter fitness test track and we can get started. So the way that this test works is that we'll need to have a video playing in the background that lets us know when to run. And you can click on that in our Google Classroom link. It's called the 15-meter beep test. What that video does, it beeps and that lets you know when you need to take off and when you need to start running back the other direction. So let's say we've pushed play. It will go, your 15-meter beep test will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It will beep. I need to jog to the other end before it beeps again. And beep. And now I need to jog back the other way. And as this is happening and it is beeping, it will tell you a number. And you just keep going as long as you can until you can't reach the other end before the beep happens. And when you get to that point, you record down your number. Okay everybody, we're on to test number 2 now, and this is called the push-up test. And for this test, we're not going to do a full push-up, we're only going to do push-ups on our knees to make it a little bit easier for us. So what we need to do first is to get into position. So I'm going to lie flat on the ground on my belly, with my hands either side of my shoulders. The next thing I'm going to do is bring my feet up so that the only parts of my legs that should be touching now are the tops and my knees. From here, I need to try and keep a really nice straight back, and I need to try and push away. And everything's staying nice and straight. I'm not bending my bottom out like this. I'm not arching my back. I'm keeping it nice and flat. And what I need to do is see how many push-ups I can do before I can't do any more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been getting a little bit lazy at home lately. I might need to practice that a bit more. But I'm sure you can do more than me, and I'd like to see that, okay? Okay everyone, we're up to test number 3 now, and this is called the wall sit test, and it's a really simple one. All I need to do is sit against the wall and make sure that everything is 90 degrees, and I'm gonna make sure that I do it for as long as I can. So I find a nice strong wall, I put my back against the wall, and now I need to make 90-degree angle with my knees, a 90-degree angle with my hips, and I need to sit flat against the wall like this with my hands flat against it as well. And I need to sit in this position and hold it for as long as I can until I can't hold it any longer. So someone needs to be timing this for me, and after I'm finished and I can't go any longer, I get back up and I record my result down, okay? It might be in the seconds, it might be in the minutes, we'll have to see how good you are. Okay everybody, for this last test, test number 4, it's called the sit and reach test. and this one tests our flexibility. So what I need to do is I need to put a line on the ground, and right here I'm using a little bit of tape, but you could use anything, a piece of string, a broomstick maybe. You have to get creative with that. So I put my line on the ground. Whoop. The next thing I need to do is get something I can measure with, maybe a tape measure in someone's sewing kit, or maybe a tape measure from Dad's work shed. But whatever you get, you need to put it on the ground. Okay. What I now need to do is put my tape measure on that line starting at 0. I put my feet also on the line in a bit of a V position, because remember they're a little bit wider than my shoulder width. My knees are flat on the ground as well. I'm not bending them or cheating there. I bring my hands together and make sure my fingers aren't overlapping, because that's cheating. We keep them together. And I slowly reach forward as far as I can, and I hold for 3 seconds. And I look at the number that I got, and I only got 80 centimeters. 80 millimeters, sorry. Okay, so 8 centimeters, and that would be my score. So everybody, that's the end of our first lesson of at-home PE. Thank you very much for joining me today. And remember, it doesn't matter what score you got, as long as you tried your best and had fun.